I think I began when I was about 5 years old, so quite young. I can remember waking up on Saturday mornings feeling really excited. I use different techniques to condition my body. I like to have good balance as it's really important in the sports that I've chosen. It's not easy to win a world championship. Everybody can look at me and say, oh, you're going to win easy, and it's not easy. My name is Bristow, I am 24. I live in AB in the UK, and I am a motorsport athlete. Motorsport is generally a man's sport. It's difficult riding and competing with the boys, but a lot of people think it's really cool because it takes a strong person. Trials riding is mainly on difficult types of terrain such as rocks, hills. You can ride on almost anything with a trials bike. My sport requires a lot of balance, concentration and strength. The goal in trials riding is to pass through the zones without making mistakes. This means without footing on the section and to clear the section without any faults. For me, the fun of it is conquering my fears on the biggest of the rocks and to try and be perfect in the section. I'll show you my trophy cabinet. It's not everything that I've won here, but the ones that are most special to me. I think this was my first event win for the World Trials Championship, so this one's quite unique and special to me. Sometimes the big ones don't mean a lot, but this one does. I won it in 2014, and that was the end of the World Championship season, and I won it that year. James is my boyfriend. I met him 6 years ago, and since then he has helped me to improve my riding, to improve my different techniques. For me, I've always loved riding a trials bike. I began when I was a very little girl. A lot of my time has been involved in riding a trials bike. I've trained a lot, and over the years my technique has really improved. It's quite funny because I don't ever remember being this small. But these are, I think I was 4 or 5 when these pictures were taken. And this little girl here, I never knew she was going to be a world champion. I grew up here in Lincolnshire. It's quite rural, so luckily there's quite a lot of land where you can ride. I first started riding on the farm with my granddad and my cousins and all my family, really. I think I began riding when I was about 5 years old, so quite young. I think initially people are quite shocked when I say, oh, I've been riding a bike since I was 5 years old. But to me, it's just been normal. And it's quite cool that I've been given the opportunity to ride a bike. Riding the trials bike obviously requires a lot of balance and different techniques, so you can only improve by training and also failing things, because you only learn by doing things wrong. This is my house over here. I'm really lucky because this is my personal practice area. We've built it all ourselves because obviously the area is not perfect for trials, so it's where I first started improving, and over the time we have changed the area to make it more challenging, and as my level has gone up, so has the practice area. The mind of a trials rider sees different lines. Maybe in the section there are many different ways of completing it, and you have to choose which is best for you. So this is my trials bike. It's a 300 two-stroke. and everything about it is built for trials. Obviously it has no seat because all the time when we are riding we're standing on the foot pegs, and for me it's perfect because I love the lively suspension so we can move the bike easy. I have in the past had some really bad crashes, but you learn, as your skills develop, you learn how to fall off right, so. Trials can be dangerous if you don't get the rock perfect, you're very quickly to fall off and the ground can be hard. James means a lot to me and has helped me to improve my riding, and also building my practice area with me, because sometimes it requires somebody who knows more about the sport to help you improve. Sometimes it can be difficult, sometimes he's frustrated with me, and this can be difficult because it affects the relationship. But most of the time we are happy and enjoy winning together. Throughout the year I train and practice and compete in trials, and 2 years ago I decided that it would be nice to have a de-stress and try something different. Enduro is high-speed, off-road action on a motorcycle. It's easy to see who's the leader and who's winning, rather than trials, which is more secretive, and you do not know the winner until the final scores are in. Enduro is a really new sport for me. I decided to have a go and I ended up winning the championship, which was a really big shock. I was quite proud because it showed that I could do more than just one thing. My heart lies in the trials bike because it's got so much history for me, family history, and it's how I've grown up, really. I think it's really important to know the bike you're riding and the mechanics involved in fixing the bike. Especially if you have a problem in the event, it's really nice to know that you can fix any problem that may arise. When you're improving as a rider, you know the feeling of how a bike should feel, and it's important that for every event the bike is prepared how you like and is as good as it can be. Working on the bike makes you feel more together with the bike and feel like you are a good team. We're going to go and see my physio. At the start of the year I had quite a big problem. Not many people know, obviously my family and my closest friends, but I had quite a bad injury on my wrist. I went to the hospital because I couldn't hold on to the bike, and for me this was really bad because it was 3 weeks before the World Championship, and yeah, it was quite a low point for me because I couldn't train. I went to get an X-ray and they said that I could have possibly fractured my scaphoid in my wrist. For me it was really important to get fit again for the World Championship, especially as it was my first year of defending the crown. So the physio got me as fixed as I could, and luckily I went on to win the World Championship.
How you doing?
Good, just a little bit tight.
A little bit tight,
Yeah.
well, that's kind of usual for you, isn't it?
The sport itself may not look physical, but it actually is, because the bike weighs near 70 kilos, so for me it's important to see the physio. It's especially hard on my shoulders and my top half of my body, so to come here often is really helpful, just to keep my body in line and to make sure that I don't get any injuries, really. See ya, bye, see ya. I'm going to take you to one of my practice grounds. It's not the closest, but I think for the weather today it'll be perfect because you've got to get out in the rain and you never know what the event's going to be, so you train in all conditions. The English weather has always produced good trials riders because they learn to ride in all different conditions, the wet, the dry, the sun and the rain. If you try and train in different countries like Spain, it's difficult to find the techniques needed to ride in the rain. It's quite special to ride in England because you have all types of weather. There are specific championships for women only and also open championships, so anybody can ride. I ride the British Championship with the men and compete against them there. But then I also like riding with women because in the World Championship the entry numbers have risen dramatically in the last few years, and it's really nice to see strong women riding the bike just like you. The technique is quite different when it's slippery. The body weight has to be further on the back wheel, so the tyre grips the rock better, and also throttle control in the wet. You have to be really smooth on the throttle because otherwise the bike will spin and then you lose your grip. I think my goal now is to continue enjoying what I'm doing and trying to defend my World Championships for as long as I can. I think to be a professional woman in motorsport is quite unique, and I'm so proud to have had the opportunities that I have had.